So in the last class, we have discussed about introduction to the programming, like what is computer, what is program, what is programming, what is the programming language, what are the different types of programming languages we have, what is the concept behind of language processor, why people are learning the programming, why these IT companies are hiring the programmers, and where we are implementing this programming. And then we have learned what is the Python, why we are learning this particular Python programming language, where actually we are using this Python programming language, and what are the things we can achieve using the Python programming language, and how to install the Python software, and how to install the Python editor, where we can write our particular code, and we have learned about the what are the different basic data types are there. So till here we have learned. Now we are going to learn about the Python tokens. Okay, so let's start the session. Anyone having the idea what is tokens? Anyone heard this word? What is tokens? Yes, no.
No.
Rosa?
No, sir.
Okay. So normally in general life also we use this particular word token. Example, if you went to any particular shopping mall and if you deposit your belongings, you'll get one particular token, right? So just assume you deposit your particular some shopping bags. Okay, you got token number one. Now using the token number one, can you get the token number two bags? Yes or no? Yes, no.
Correct. Yes.
So you are giving the token number one, you will getting the bags of token number two. This is my question. You have token number one and you want the bags of token number two.
No, no, no. They won't
Yes.
allow.
Yes. Okay. Now just assume you are in a restaurant, okay, and you have ordered some particular, just assume some dosha, okay, and you have given that particular dosha token, and now you want biryani. Can you get that particular biryani with the help of this dosha token? The answer is no, right? Because each and every particular token is used for one specific purpose only. Similarly, whenever any programming language is introduced, whenever any programming language is designed, so what developers, what founders will do, they are going to add some particular concepts. They are going to add some particular rules. Example purpose, uh, you all know cricket, right? Cricket game. Everyone knows cricket game.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So just assume now we have Test cricket format, we have one day cricket format, we have T20 cricket format, right? Now just assume, okay, ICC, International Cricket Council, wants to introduce one more particular format. Let's assume 10 hours cricket format. So now what they have to do, they have to fix some particular rules, right? So here, these rules are going to be helpful to play that particular game. Let's take an example. One bowler is going to bowl the ball and one batsman wants to play that particular ball. And just assume batsman missed that particular ball and that ball hits to the stump. Now, bowler is saying out and batsman says, I am not out. So how we are going to decide based on the rules only, like it is out or not out. If there is a no rules, we cannot add one particular decision. Right? If I wanted to add one particular, if I wanted to reach to one particular decision, we need some particular rules, right? Is it clear? Yes, no.
Yes.
Similarly, in any programming language, how to use that particular programming language. Okay, how I can able to use those particular concept. And when I'm writing my particular program, how my particular compilers are going to identify what topic I have used and how it is going to be read and it is going to be translate to that particular machine and will get some particular execution or output. So for that purpose, tokens concept is introduced. Is it clear? Yes, no.
Yes. Yes.
Now, to understand this particular tokens concept, it is categorized into five particular points. The first is identifier, the second one is keywords, third one is literal, fourth one is operator, fifth one is punctuators. Okay. The first one is identifier. What is the meaning of this particular identifier? So in the name itself, it means it is giving some particular identification. But what is the use of identification in my particular code? Because if you write some 10 lines of code or else you are writing 100 lines of code, what are the things I'm going to identify? Or else if I'm working with the one large project where 10 developers are working on one particular task and these 10 developers are working with the 100 files, then what is the use of the identification? Example purpose, you store some particular data and you wanted to identify, okay, how I can able to get that particular data, or else I wanted to reuse that particular data, or else I have stored one particular lines of code and now I wanted to reuse that particular code in my particular same file or else into the some other particular file. So these things are going to be identified using this particular identifier concept. Is it clear, guys? Yes, no?
Yes.
So here, to identify these things, we are going to give the customized name here. So this is identifier nothing but here we are assigning our own, or you can say custom names, customized names. But whom we are giving these particular names? So total four types are there where we are going to assign our customized names here. What are the four? The first one is called variables. So these are the four types of the identifiers. Second one is the function. Third one is the class. And fourth one is the object. Okay. So there are different names are there. So as of now, if you are confusing, so don't worry. All these things we are going to discuss in the practically in depth. Okay. So as of now, understand these are the four types are there where we are going to assign the names. Okay. So just assume, okay, you have adopt one pet and now you are assigning one particular name. Okay. Similarly, here also in my particular programming language, there are four types of identifiers are there. And if I'm using these identifiers, or else, okay, if I wanted to store something, okay, so which is going to be related for this identifier only. Example purpose, I wanted to store one particular data, so then I'm going to use the variable concept. So what is the use of the variable? So this variable is used to store the data. Okay. Or else if I wanted to store some lines of code and then I wanted to execute that particular code, or else I wanted to reuse that particular code, then I'm going to use the function concept. Similarly, I wanted to create one structure of code where it is going to be implemented with the new records. For that purpose, I'm going to use the class. Okay, so class object we are going to understand in depth when we are learning the object oriented programming. So that will be the last part of our Python. Okay, so till now clear? Yes, no?
Yes.
Okay. So now here the next question arise here is Now, if I'm assigning any particular name to any particular variable, it may be function, it may be class, or it may be object, directly I can assign any particular name, or else any naming rules are there. So the next question is there any naming rules are there? So yes, the answer is yes. Okay, we have a naming rules are there. So using this particular naming rules only, you can assign your own customized name here. And these naming rules are the universal rules. Universal rules means same rules applicable for the C language, same rules for the C++, same for the Java, same for the Python. Almost all the 70 to 80% basics remain same for all the programming languages. It means tokens are available in Java also, tokens are available in C language also, tokens are available in C++ also. Same thing in the last class we have learned the basic data types, right? So same basic data types available in the C language also, C++ also, Java also, right? So but some differences will be there. Okay, almost 70 to 80% the basic remains same in all the programming languages. Okay, that's why basics are important. So here, what are the naming rules are there? So the first point here is whatever the name you wanted to give, you can give that particular name, but make sure this name must be in one word. Okay, example, I'm giving one name as a user space name, so it is going to be acceptable, yes or no? Yes, no?
Yeah.
No, it
No.
is not acceptable
No.
because here I have given the space, so then my program will understand user is a individual word and name is a individual word here because I have given the space. But instead of space, just assume directly I'm writing here username. Now it is going to be accepted. Is it clear? Yes, no?
I don't get it.
Okay, see, we are learning the identifier concept. Identifier is nothing but we are assigning the customized name. Okay, we are assigning the customized name, our own name. But why we are giving these names? For different purposes. We have taken the example of variable. Variable is one type of identifier where you are going to assign some name. Okay, and what is the purpose of using the variable? If I wanted to store the data. So just assume I have taken one name as a username. In the username, I wanted to store some particular data. Okay, to assign this name, we have some rules are there. And the first rule is whatever the name you wanted to give, you can give it, but make sure this name must be in one word. So if I'm giving user space name, is it going to
Uh,
be correct
no.
or wrong?
No.
No,
Is it
because
this
it is two words. It is not a one word. So my
one word?
program will understand it is a two words. That's why, okay, it
Yeah.
is not allowed. But if I'm giving username without the space, then my program will understand it is a one word.
Mm, one word.
Clear for all? Any doubt, any question?
Mhm. My phone screen is broken, so I wasn't able to see the space. That's why I was confused. When
Okay,
I yeah, when I make it closer, I can see it now.
okay, okay. If you have laptops, okay, uh, if it is possible, try to connect with the laptop. Okay.
Okay.
Now, second particular rule is whatever the name you wanted to give, you can give it, but make sure this name should not start with the numbers. Should not start with numbers. Example
Okay.
purpose, if I'm giving one username, it is going to be acceptable? Yes or no?
No.
Very good. Okay, because here we have start with the number. But if I give like this username one, now
Yes.
yes, it is going to be acceptable. Clear for
So
all, guys?
it's only on the beginning. We can
Yes,
add numbers at the end.
yes.
Okay.
Next thing. Now, Whatever the name you wanted to give, you can give it, but make sure this name should not start with
Start number.
special character. Okay,
Oh,
special character or symbol, except of underscore. So you can use the underscore. Apart from this underscore, you cannot use any other particular special character. Example purpose, just assume here I'm giving this name hashtag username. So it is going to be acceptable, yes or no?
no.
No.
Yes. The answer is correct. No, because you have started with the special character. But if I mention like this, underscore username, now,
Yes.
yes, it is going to be acceptable. Now, the next particular rule, name only start with alphabets and underscore. Okay, so if you wanted to start any name, it must be start with the alphabets and underscore. Okay, the next last point is whatever the name you wanted to give, you can give it, but make sure this name should not be a keyword. Keywords. Okay, so now fifth point is name should not be a keyword. So any idea about what is keyword? Any idea about keyword? This is the second
Like
identity.
the does keyword.
Reverse words.
Example.
Uh,
Example.
I'm not sure, but
Like
I think
like
it's like if,
code.
else, for,
Yeah,
while.
that is
But
correct.
I'm not sure. I'm looking my old book.
Okay, okay, that's correct. Now let's understand the concept behind of the keyword. So it's a part of your particular tokens. So this particular keyword is nothing but in your particular programming language. Okay, you're going to write some particular code. Okay, you're writing 10 lines of code, 100 lines of code. Now when you're writing that particular code, you're going to use the different topics of the programming language. In the programming language, we don't have only one topic, right? We have multiple topics, right? Let's take an example here. Okay, you're going to use variables, you're going to use functions, you're going to use classes. Okay, you're going to write conditions, you're going to use loops, or else you wanted to access one file with the another file. Okay, so now when you are using the different topics in one particular file, okay, so how your program is going to be understand like which topic you have used and what your program should behave. Is it clear? Yes or no, everyone?
Yes.
Okay, so when I'm writing any particular code, in my particular code, I'm going to use the multiple particular topics, right? I'm not going to use only one topic, right? In same particular file, I'm going to write the conditions also, I'm going to write loops also, I'm going to write functions also, I'm going to use variables also, I'm going to access some other files also, right? So multiple topics I'm going to use. So how my program should understand? It is similar like for example, you are on a traffic signal, okay, where you have some lights are there. So if the lights turns to the red color, you'll get one message, right? If the light turns to the green color, you'll get another message, right? Yes or no,
Yes.
right? So if there is a no particular lights are there, okay, then what will happen? All the particular vehicles are going to be moved, and then automatically the traffic jam will be happen, right?
Mm.
Because there
Yeah.
is a no rules are there. So
Mm.
similarly here also, when you write any particular program, you have to pass one particular signal to your particular program. So then only that signal is going to be given to that particular your particular language processor, nothing but compiler or interpreter, and then it is going to be read, and then it is going to be understand. Okay, so here you have written the conditions. Okay, so here you have written the loops. Okay, here you have written some functionalities. Okay, so at this particular line you wanted to access another file. Is it clear? Yes, no, everyone?
Yeah.
So to get that particular message, we have to use some particular names. We have to use some particular words. So here identifiers are the customized names. These are the customized name. Identifier is the customized names. We are assigning the names. But keywords are the already assigned names. It means these already fixed names. Or you can say reserved words, means these names are already assigned. Who assigned this name? The designer, the developer of the programming language, the founders of the programming language. Why they have assigned these particular names? To work with that particular programming language. So in my programming language, we don't have only one topic, we have multiple topics are there. Okay, so now if we have multiple topics, so how my program should understand like which topic I have used to give the indications. Okay, to pass that particular signal, to pass that particular message, to understand. Okay, like what we have used, which particular concept we have used. For that purpose, we have to write one particular, we have to type one particular names here. So these names are called keywords. Okay, so example,
Mhm.
we have total 35 keywords are there. So how many particular keywords are there total?
35.
35 keywords are there in Python programming language. Similarly, in every programming language, we have different particular keywords are there. Like C language, we have 32 keywords are there. Similarly, in Java, we have different. In C++, we have different. So in Python, we have total 35 particular keywords are there. Okay. Example purpose, if is there, else is there, for is there, while is there. Like this, we have multiple particular total 35 keywords are there. So when we write that particular program, when we start the practical and when we are writing this keyword, then you will get the better idea. Okay, so and one more thing you have to note. For example, I'm writing if. So if is not doing the else work, else is not doing the for is not doing the while work. Is it clear, guys? Yes, no?
Is it like similar as folder names that we create when we create like a file on the computer? We can rename the folders or we can create a folder. So are
So
these
for
keywords are the same, like similar as like
no, no,
creating?
no, no, no. Okay, keyword means I'm using one programming language. In my particular programming language, I'm going to use multiple topics, right? I'm going to use
Mm-hmm.
multiple topics. So how my program should understand? For example, in line number 10, you have used condition. Okay, you have written one condition. In line number 20, just assume you have used loop concept. In line number 30, you have used function concept. Okay, so in your particular file, you in different lines you have used the different topics. So how your program should identify, how your particular program should understand what you have written, in which particular lines, which particular topic you have used. It should pass some particular signal, right? So for that particular purpose, we are going to use some particular names, and these names cannot be renamed. These are fixed, and we cannot use for example, there are two topics are there. Assume conditional, writing condition is an individual topic, okay, and writing function is an individual topic. Two topics are there, condition and function. So I cannot use keyword, okay, whatever the keywords are there to write the condition, that keywords I cannot use to write the functions. And similarly, okay, whatever the keywords are available to write the function, that keyword I cannot use for the conditions. Got it?
Okay. I think like once we start practicing,
Yes, yes,
it gets
exactly.
clear because now we can't see anything. We're not practicing.
Exactly. Okay, so example purpose, traffic signal, right? Traffic signal,
Yeah. Yes.
right? Okay, so if you are in a traffic signal, okay, if you're getting the red color, so what you have to do? You have to stop or you have to
Stop.
run?
Stop.
Stop, right? But why
Yeah.
you are stopping? Why you are stopping? Because this
We
red signal is giving you a message.
a message. Yeah.
Got it?
Yes.
Red color is giving you the message. Same thing. If the red color turns to the green, again you'll get one different message.
Go.
Got it? Yes, no?
Yeah.
Similarly, when you write the program and if you use any particular keyword, then this keyword is going to be sent a message to your particular machine.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Got it?
Yeah.
Okay. Any doubt? Any questions, guys? Yes, no?
No.
Okay. Now, the next concept is literal. What is the meaning of literal? So, literal is simple meaning it's a value. It's a value. Okay. Which we are storing inside of the variable. Okay. So, what is a variable? Variable is used to store the data here. So, now in the last class, we have learned how many particular basic data types are there? Four basic data types are there: integer, float, string, and boolean. So now if I'm storing any particular value as an integer, so here integer become my literal here. Example purpose, just assume, okay, I'm writing username. I'm taking one variable as a username. Let's say right here example, okay, and here I'm writing username equals to, okay, Sachin, okay, or else here I'm writing username equals to 101, or else I'm writing username equals to 201 point something 89, or else I'm writing username equals to true. Okay, so now here I have given the different values. So these values are called literal.
Literals.
So, okay, so the value may be integer, it may be any floating value, it may be any string value, it may be any boolean value. But now here, okay, what I wanted to do, I don't wanted to assign any particular value, but I wanted to create the variable with nothing values, no values. Okay. So for that purpose, we have one special literal. We have one special literal. So this special literal name is called none. So now what I wanted to do, I wanted to create the variable with nothing. Later, I wanted to change that particular value. Example purpose, you have created one variable name as a error message equals to none. You have created one error message equals to none. But later what you wanted to do, you wanted to change that particular value. As of now, there is a no value is there, but just assume, okay, you have created one alarm. Okay, for example, this alarm is going to be triggered. Okay, uh, when the one particular machine is there, okay, you are using one particular device, and in that particular device, just assume the memory is full. Okay, you have 1 GB memory is there and 1 GB memory is full. If the 1 GB memory is full, now you wanted to change this particular none message to, okay, memory full. Is it clear? Yes, no? So
Yes.
first, we don't have any particular specific value. We don't have the integer value, we don't have any string value. Okay, we just wanted to create the variable with the nothing value. So for that purpose, we can use one special literal, and the special literal name called none. And later what I wanted to do, I wanted to change the value. As of now, in the initial stage, I don't want it to assign, I don't want it to initialize with any specific value. So that is the use of the special literal called none. Is it clear, guys? Yes, no?
Yes.
In most, okay, in most of the interviews for the beginner or entry level role, okay, for most of the developer ask this question, okay, in Python programming language, do we have any special literal? If yes, what is the special literal? What is the use of that particular special literal? In which case we are going to use, give me an example or scenario. So this is the interview question for you. So in most of the time, okay, if any important topic is there, I'm going to add that particular interview question on that particular time only. Okay, so you can note that particular questions as a writing notes. Okay, clear, guys? Yes, no?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Now the next concept is operators. So what is the use of this particular operators? So this concept is introduced now in my particular programming language. Okay, one more thing is there. Without operator, you cannot write your particular program. Operator is very, very important. And as a programmer, you have to remember all the operators. As of now, we have not written all the operators, but in the practical, maybe in the next class, okay, we are going to understand all the particular operators one by one, one by one. So there are different types are there, total 7 types are there. So all the types you are going to understand one by one practically. But as of now, understand the theoretical part. What is the operator? So simple meaning, it is a combination of keywords and symbols. Okay, it is a combination of some keywords and some special character symbols. Okay, now what is the purpose? Why this operator concept is introduced? The answer is I wanted to store one particular data, or else I wanted to perform some calculations, or else I wanted to compare any particular data, or else I wanted to write one conditions, or else already multiple conditions are there. Now I wanted to derive one particular result based on the existing multiple conditions, or else a large data set is there. I wanted to check this data is belongs to the existing data set or not. Okay. For example, just assume in there is a one you have got one particular sheet, you have converted those sheet into the last data set, and now that particular in the sheet there are number of IP addresses are there, and now you wanted to check this IP address belongs to that particular group or not. Is it clear, guys? Yes, no? Everyone, is
Not
it?
really.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so in simple meaning, in my particular programming, okay, in my particular file, when I'm going to write that particular code, there are different particular topics are there. So in these particular topics, okay, I'm going to use some particular keywords and symbols to generate some particular results. So this is nothing but called operator. Okay,
Okay.
example, I want to store the data. Okay, example, I want to perform some calculations. Okay, or else I want to compare the data. Okay, or else I want to check the result based on the multiple conditions. Okay, etc, etc. Let's take an example here. We have written a plus b, and we have written a greater than b. Okay, now tell me, both will give the different answer or same answer?
Maybe the same answer.
How it will be same? For example, a equals to 10, b equals to 20 I
No.
have written. What is the a plus b answer? A plus b answer will be the 30,
30. Yeah.
right? And a greater than b will be the different answer. For example, I want, if a is greater than b, I wanted to generate one result as a is greater, something like this. So both results are correct or different? Same or different? Different,
different.
right? So a plus b is a different and a greater than b is different, right? So now this is called expression. A plus b is an individual expression. A minus b is an individual expression. A greater than b is an individual expression. Is it clear? Yes, no?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
clear.
So now how these results are changing based on these particular symbols, plus, minus, greater than. Is it clear? So these symbols are called operators.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So now these particular operators are categorized, okay, into the 7 different types. We can see here arithmetic operators, assignment operator, comparison operator, logical operator, bitwise operator, identity operator, membership operator. So all these things we are going to learn one by one practically. Okay.
Okay. And also, like, for those of us who are not good at math, like, do
It,
we have to learn like
no,
a B, da, 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 da?
no need to learn maths. Okay. These are the basic things are there.
Do we have to go back and learn? I mean, it's
Uh,
good to
th-
know.
this the complex math is useful when you are working with the some statistical related things, or else something like you are working with the large artificial intelligence machine learning models. For that level, the complex type of particular maths are important, but as of now at the entry level, beginner level, it is not required.
Yeah,
Okay.
okay.
And it is not like that you are learning simultaneously. Okay, whenever any particular specific topic is there, if it is related to any part of particular maths, you can go to any particular YouTube video and you can get that particular documentation and you can go through those things.
Okay,
Okay.
thank you.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Now next thing, last is the punctuators. So what is the punctuators here? Okay, this is also symbols. Okay, this is also special symbols. So these are called helpers. These are the helpers, okay, in the form of special characters, or you can say symbols. Examples. So when I'm writing any particular code, in my code I'm going to use some particular special symbols. Okay. Example purpose. I want to store multiple data or something records. Example purpose. I'm storing some particular color names. I'm giving one variable name as a color, and here I have used one square bracket, and here I'm mentioning some names. Example red. Okay, here I'm mentioning something orange. Okay, here I'm mentioning something cyan. Okay, etc. etc. Now when I'm writing these things, okay, I what I have done here, which symbols I have used? I have used one square bracket, right? I have used comma. So these are called helpers. Okay, these are called punctuators. Got it? Yes, no.
Got it.
Similarly, let's
We can say the punctuators and help us both.
so these are the helpers to write our particular code. Okay, so whatever the code we are writing, so we are going to use some special symbols. So that is called punctuators. Let's take one more example. I'm writing one condition. If A is greater than B, now what I wanted to do, I wanted to print one statement. A is greater. Okay. So similarly here also we can see what are the symbols, extra symbols we have used. Okay, we have used this colon symbol, we have this normal open bracket and close bracket symbol, right? So these are also called punctuators, nothing but the helpers to write our particular program. Got it? Clear? Yes, no?
Yes, got it.
Okay. Now, so now let's, this one is completed tokens. Now let's go to the basic part of particular coding here. Okay, and today also I'm going to give you small research work. You have to understand the question and you have to research it and you have to tell me in the next class. Okay,
Okay.
so now in the last class, we have created one folder, Python folder. In this Python folder, okay, we have opened our Jupyter notebook. So let me open the command prompt and let's open the Jupyter notebook. So you can use any other editor also, Visual Studio Code, Sublime, Atom, any particular editor you can use. So this editor is good for the freshers or beginners because everything you can see on the same particular page. Let me create one more new file and let me give this name as a file number 2, Python basics. Okay. So here the first function which I'm going to use and the name of the function is print function. Okay. So what is the use of this particular print function? So print function is responsible if you wanted to execute any particular data or value, or is already this data is saved into some particular variable and now I wanted to check whether this data is saved or not. Or else if you save some type of particular code as a function, again you wanted to re-execute those particular functionalities. For that purpose, what I can do, I can use the print function. And how this print function look like? So just you have to write the print and then you have to use this open bracket and close bracket normally. And then you can click on this particular play button, or else you can use the shortcut keyboard buttons shift plus enter. Okay. So as of now, you can see we are not getting any particular output. This is blank. This is empty. Why? Because inside of this print function, nothing but this open bracket and close bracket inside of this, nothing is written here. But now, if I just write print something 10, so now you can see here 10 is printing. If I write print true, so now you can see true is printing. So this here, okay, you are writing code and this is your output. Is it clear, guys? Yes, no?
Yeah. So we
Okay.
always have to put brackets. We have to
Yes,
open and close brackets.
yes, exactly.
Okay.
Okay. Now, if I wanted to write any string value, then compulsory I need to write the codes. Okay. So here I'm going to write welcome to Python. Okay. Why I'm writing in the codes? Because it is a string value, right? In the last class we have learned, right? Compulsory, mandatory, we have to mention the quotes. Hope you remember, guys, right? It must be enclosed with the quote symbol, either single quotes or double quotes, right? You have to
So
remember all these particular basics.
we can use quotes or brackets, either
No, no,
or.
no. Quotes. Why I am writing these quotes? Because this is a what type of data? If I am writing ABCD, what is the type?
String.
It is a string,
String.
right? For number quotes are not required. For only in the last class we have learned right basic data types. Data types,
Yeah.
right? So everything compulsory you have to revise. Okay, and try to write your own notes also. Okay, anyhow I'm going to share the notes, but after the class, okay, compulsory mandatory you have to write your own notes, then only you can remember, because this is the basic human psychology. When you write something, you can remember the things for a long time. Okay,
Yeah.
so if you have time, better to prepare your own notes, like today what we have learned. Okay, what are the topics we have learned. Okay, and if for example, like if you are better to write this in your own particular language, you can write your own language also, example purpose. Okay, in India, someone is good at the Telugu, so you can write the notes in the Telugu also. You can write the notes, your own notes in Hindi also. For example, you have some particular your particular own regional language is there. For example, Ethiopian language is there. Write that in the Ethiopian language
Okay.
if you can remember. Got it?
Yeah.
Yes, no?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so daily, compulsory, mandatory, try to prepare your own notes. Then only you can remember the things for a long time, because these things we are not learning for only for 1 day or 2 day, right? This is for the your career, right? For next
Mm-hmm.
10 years, 15 years, 20 years. Okay, Python will be available for next 10 to 15 years because everything is okay in almost all the domains. Okay, people or developers are using the Python programming language in the development part, in the database integration, migration level, cloud computing, okay, ethical hacking, okay, networking, data science, automations, analytics purpose for Power BI, Tableau, everywhere Python is using. So that's why
Yes.
Python is very important. Python is programming language is very important. And if I wanted to code something, I need to remember all the particular basics. Okay.
Yeah.
And initial stage only, if we revise all the things, then only we can remember. For example, after 1 week, now we are starting. So then it will be difficult for us to remember the things, to recap all the particular things, to revise all the particular things. Right?
Yeah, I'm gonna start revising. I
Today
will.
onwards. Okay.
Okay.
Good. Okay, so here we have written one simple string. Okay, welcome to Python. So now you can see we are getting this welcome to Python. Got it?
Yeah.
So now here, whatever the data we have typed directly in the print function. That's why we are getting the output. But this data is stored somewhere. This data is stored somewhere. Yes or no?
Yes.
No. The answer is no. Still, we have not stored the data. If I wanted to store the data, I need to use the which concept? Just now we have used one concept, right? Which concept I need to use? Variable.
What?
Okay. So variable concept is used for what purpose? To store the data. Okay. So how I'm going to use this particular variable concept? Okay. So variable is used to store the data. To store the data, okay, variable is categorized into three particular part. How many part? Three parts. The first one is called declaration. Okay. Second is called initialization. Okay. Third one is called accessing. Okay. What is the meaning of declaration? In this particular stage, okay, in this stage, we are assigning the name. Which name? It will be the custom name. Means our own name we are going to assign. Okay. And what is the meaning of initialization? The second stage, because it is divided into three parts, right? So in the second part, initialization means here we are, okay, we are mentioning the data. Okay, we are mentioning the data which we want to store. Okay, where you wanted to store in the given name. Okay, whatever the name we have given, in that name what we wanted to store. So access, what is the meaning of access? After storing the data, now I want to check whether the data is saved or
What?
not. Okay, the data is saved or not. How I'm going to check? Using the accessing. Okay, declaration, initialization, and accessing. One more interview question. Okay, interview question here is, in other programming language, okay, declaration and initializations both you can write separately. In other programming language, declaration and initializations both can be written separately. Example purpose, I'm going to use let's take C language example. So don't worry, you don't need to learn the C language. Just for understanding purpose, example purpose, I'm writing the code. Okay, so don't be confused. Okay, SAR is writing the C language, so it is not mandatory. Just for understanding purpose, to get the definition, okay, to get the clarity, we are writing this code. Clear, guys? Okay. So here what I'm doing, I wanted to store one integer value. Okay, I wanted to store one integer value. So here I'm writing integer as a command. Let's take an example. In A, I wanted to store the data. So I have given the A as a name here. So it means what is A here? So here A is declaration. Okay. Now inside of the A, I wanted to store the data as a 10 number I wanted to store. It means this here, this is called initialization. It means I'm storing the data. Now I wanted to access the data. So in C language, I have to mention %d symbol because here I have used the number, and then I wanted to print this A value. So it means this is called accessing. Declaration means here we have given the name. Initialization means here we have assigned the data, what data you wanted to store, and here we are printing the data. Okay, if I click on the run button, so now you can see 10 we are getting the answer. Is it clear? Yes, no, everyone. What is the
Okay.
meaning of declaration, initialization, and accessing? Clear for all?
Yes, clear.
Okay, I'm taking this screenshot also just for understanding purpose, and let me add this screenshot in our particular file. Okay, so let me just add this screenshot also. Okay, so now in my Python programming language, how I'm going to write this? So here in my Python programming language, we don't have the separate declaration and initialization. Both are going to be write in one line only. In other programming language, we are writing in the two different lines. Okay, but in Python programming language, we are going to write in one line only. A equals to 10. So here we are writing declaration as well as initialization. Okay, and then I'm
Just
going to print.
increase the font. Sorry.
Let me just increase this. Is it clear?
Yes.
Okay, so here we are writing A equals to 10. A is nothing but we are giving the declaration, like A is the name of the variable. 10 is means you are initializing one data, like this data I wanted to save inside of the A variable. Okay, interview question. Why I cannot declare this variable separately in the Python programming language? The question is, in C language, how you can write integer A, okay, separately. This is the individual line, right? Line number 3 is the individual line. It means I'm giving the separate declaration. Declaration in the separate line. Initialization is the separate line. Yes or no?
Correct. Yeah.
Huh? So the question here is, interview question is, why I cannot declare, okay, variable individually, separately in the Python programming language? The answer is, Python is a dynamically typed programming language. Okay, here we don't have any particular keyword for the declaration purpose, variable declaration purpose. That's why individual declaration is not possible in the Python programming language. In other programming language, we have extra keywords are there, okay, for the declaration purpose. Now we don't have any particular keywords for declaration. In Python programming language, when you enter any particular data, because Python is a dynamically typed programming language, automatically it will understand what type of data you have entered, what type of data you wanted to store. Automatically it will understand. But in other programming language, it is not going to be understand directly. That's why it is mandatory to give the declaration with the help of keyword in other programming language. But in the Python, it will automatically understand. That's why there is a no extra keyword is created. Is it clear? Yes, no? Everyone.
Um, so like if something is not clear, we can research it ourselves, though, right? Because like,
Yeah, you can research also. Again, you can ask me the question in the next class also. Okay.
yeah, hmm
Okay. Now,
yeah,
so this one is clear for all. A equals to 10 we have stored. Print A means you can say we are getting the answer as a 10. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Now I'm giving you one particular research work. Okay. So here the first question here you can see here I'm writing B equals to something 20.89. C equals to I'm storing some particular string value. D equals to I'm storing some boolean value. Okay. So this data I have stored. Okay. So here research work. This is the homework, or you can say homework for you guys. Now the first question is, okay, in Python can I assign the multiple variables or not? Means you can see in one line how many variables I am storing? Only one.
One.
In one line, when I'm writing the first line, here only can I store two data in two variables, three data in three variables, four data in four variables? Yes or no? If yes, how? If no, why? Question is clear? Question is clear? Question is clear for all? Yes, no?
Come back one second.
The question here is, you can see when I write this particular three variables B, C, and D, I have written in the individual line, right? Total three lines are there. In three lines, I have written the three different particular variable. My question is, can I write all these particular variable in one line or not? This is my question. If yes, how to write? If no, why? Question is clear?
Yes, clear.
Okay. Now, second question. Second question here is, just assume I have written two statements. Okay. In the first statement, I am writing something like welcome to Python. This is my line number one statement. One more statement I am writing, keep coding. Okay. Two lines I have written. Now I am executing this. We are getting the answer in the two lines. Got it? Simply we have written two statements. We get the answer as a two lines. Now let's write the same thing in the C language. Okay. Now listen carefully. Okay. And here I'm going to run. Okay. Semicolon is missing. These are the extra things you have to take care. Now, so you can see here in the C language, in how many lines you are getting the output?
Single line.
Single line. Now the question arises here is, okay, the second research work, in above code, why we are getting the output in two lines? This is the question. Okay, can we execute the output in one line or not? If yes, how to execute? If not, why? This is the question. Questions are clear?
Yes, yeah, clear.
Okay. So like this, daily we'll be having the research works. Okay. We have some coding tasks also there. How the levels are going to be increased, how we are going to complete the topics. Similarly, I'm going to increase the level of the research work and coding task also, coding challenge. As of now, I'm not giving any particular coding task, coding questions, but after maybe 2-3 classes, I'm going to start the giving the coding questions also. Okay.
Okay.
Any doubt, any questions? Any doubt, any questions?
Oh, you I joined. This is the first class for me. So can I get the
Yeah, you'll get the
complete, yeah,
record. Yeah,
course
you'll
of
get the
actions, yeah.
yes, you'll get the recording also. And Saturday,
Mhm.
Sunday we have off, so you can just revise all the things. So all the students revise. Okay, all the
Saturday and
okay. So next class will be on Monday.
so tomorrow we don't have.
Yeah, Saturday, Sunday no class. Next class will be on Monday.
Tomorrow is Friday here.
Okay.
Tomorrow we have
So
class, right?
no, tomorrow no class because here
Tomorrow is
Saturday.
Friday.
No,
No,
for
here
us,
for
tomorrow is
for
like
you
Friday.
for you Friday, but here will be Saturday. So Saturday, Sunday no class. Next class will be on Monday. So here the date is 21. So 22, 23 no class. Next class. Can you see the calendar?
Calendar. So the 24th. Okay,
Yes.
so today is 20 here. So
Uh,
24 is Monday, but tomorrow is 21,
so,
21 and it's Friday. So the
so you will be
calendar.
23. So so there 23 and here will be 24. Okay.
Oh, so for us, like it's gonna be on Sunday.
23, yeah, 23 you have to join.
Okay, guys.
23.
So
Okay,
just
so
go through the recordings. Okay. I'm going to share all the particular notes. Get the notes from the managements. Okay. Go through the recordings. Create your own particular notes. Again, if you are getting any doubt or questions, ask me in the next class.
okay, thank you.
Okay.
Okay.
Any other doubt or questions?
Um, I'm
Yes, sir.
sure we have a lot, but we're gonna research, as you said, search and
Yeah, you
rewind,
have, yeah,
revise.
yes, this is the research work, homework for you. Compulsory, you have to tell me on the next class. Okay, so here Monday you will be having Sunday. Okay,
Okay, thank you.
okay. Any other questions,
Oh,
guys?
yeah. Iliyaz sir, can you just share me that this topics which we are going to cover, and
Yeah,
yeah.
you'll get the this particular all the particular syllabus from the management. You can ask the Python Iliyaz sir syllabus. So for you, for cloud computing till okay, here it is enough. Okay, 17. Okay, for cloud computing. So this will be the extra topics for you. 17, 18, 19, 21, 22, 23. This will be the extra topics for you. Okay, so you have to be perfect till here for cloud
Okay,
computing.
got
Okay, for
got it.
DevOps.
Yeah.
Okay, so you have to be perfect till here, 17, to write any particular script, to write any particular functionalities. Okay, to access any particular files. Okay, to send your particular data into any other particular files, maybe Excel files or maybe text files. Okay, so for till 17, you have to be perfect for your particular cloud job. This will be the extra topics.
Okay. So for practical purpose, we need to install any the separate applications, or we are
Yes.
having the online terminal.
Yeah, you have online websites also there and you have the software also there. Okay. In the last class, we have installed the softwares and here we have this screenshots also there, Python installation screenshots also there. You can check this particular recording and you can check this particular screenshots also where you have to click. And if you wanted to practice, you have online particular website also there. Okay, where you can just you have to type. Okay, two things are there. Just you can type simply online Python code. So you will get number of websites. You can open any particular website and you can start coding. Also, if you wanted to save the files online, then what you can do, you can use this website, Google Colab. Okay, like how we are using this Jupyter. This is the offline version we have installed in the last class. So this is so this one is the offline version, and this Google Colab is the online version of the Jupyter notebook. So all these files will be saved in the Google Drive. Okay, just you have to click on this new notebook and then automatically here you can see the file is going to be created. loading. Okay, and now you can see here you just need to zoom. You can see same boxes are there, and here I'm going to try to print something hello. Okay, because it is online, it will take some time to load because it is connected with the
Got
internet.
it. Yeah.
You can see it is seeing connecting. Okay, same thing, you can see a equals to 10, b equals to 20, and here I want to write a plus b.
Got it. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, 30 is answer. So these files will be saved in your Google Drive. Okay, so if you don't want it to install directly, like for example you have some office laptops are there, you don't want it to
Yeah. Yeah.
install
Yes.
anything directly, you can open this Google Colab and directly you can practice, but these files are going to be saved in the Google Drive. Okay, it will be in the KBs. Okay, it won't be affect.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm sending you this PDF notes, also PPT notes. Okay, but create your own notes. Okay, create your own notes. Okay, here anyhow you have this, all the theoretical notes are there. Okay, what we have learned till now, but create your own notes only. If you're writing in Telugu, Hindi, Ethiopian, which whatever the language you wanted to use, you can use, but write your own notes only. When you write your own notes, then only you can remember the things for a long time. Okay, so just try to manage your particular time, utilize your particular time properly, so easily you can
Mm.
learn this particular. So Python is very easy comparing to the
Okay.
all the programming language. Python is very easy. Okay guys.
Yeah, these are also on Google Drive, the notes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Okay
Okay.
guys, then that's it for today.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, in case if you
Yeah.
have
Thank
questions
you.
or any doubt, you can contact to the management team. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Got it.
Thank you.
Thank you.